Hello all. Welcome back to another TTRPG stream. I am Ben. Hello. Welcome. Uh, I'm gonna do my little intro bit about this. But I am currently writing a tabletop role-playing game. I've written some stuff before. This one is an OSR, Old School Renaissance game that I've been working on for a couple years, on and off. Yeah, and in today's stream, we're going to be continuing what we did last time, which is reformatting a table, which is thrilling stuff. So it's going to be pretty low-key, mostly just me working and hanging out and talking about the RPG. So if you have any questions about the RPG, feel free to ask. I will start playing music like I did last time, once I start working, because that was pretty chill. I like that. Yeah. You can see I've got a little list of things to do here. Currently we're here, I'm working on the table, and there's more exciting things to come. But this stream is mostly just for me to work on this RPG. So here we are. And if you're here and you want to ask questions and talk to me about TTRPGs, that's excellent. Yeah, so what we were doing, I guess I could just show this in the actual rules document. This is my to-do document. Bam. So we were looking at this spell list, which is the main magic user spell list, and I'll go back to the other one. We want to convert it from looking like this, sort of a very tabular Microsoft Excel looking format, to a hopefully more readable format. Which, yeah, I think everyone agrees that that's better. So that's what we're going for, from 1 to 2 here. And we're sort of doing that. We made progress. We got down to 70 on the spell list last time. There are 108 spells on this first spell list. So we are actually almost there, which is insane. And the way that we have to do it is in a kind of dumb way, where we're... Ooh, don't change the table. Where we are just putting it all in this effect box, because we still need these columns for the rest of the spells. We can't delete them yet. So once we get to the bottom of the spell list, we're going to be able to delete all of these left columns, and that's going to be insanely satisfying. But we've got to work to get there first. So that's what we were doing, and as we were going, we were kind of trying to do a little bit of standardizing on some of the wording for the stuff, duration range and whatever. I've already gone over these spells plenty of times for balancing, but as will always be the case, they still do need a little bit of work just for standardization and readability mostly. We'll try to refrain from balancing too much because that can take a long time, and I'd love to just zip through this spell list some more. So I think we'll definitely get to... I'm not going to scroll all the way down. It's disheartening. Well, we should get through this core spell list this stream, at the very least. And we'll hit there, and then we'll see what we want to do. And again, if anyone has any questions, thoughts, comments while I'm working, please feel free to comment. Got a little question at the top of the screen because I don't know, may as well. Yeah, that's about it really. So without further ado, I will start working on a table. Exciting stuff. And I'm going to start playing music. And I'll probably mostly shut up when I may not be able to help myself. So, anyway, let's see if I remember what I was doing here. Okay. So name, school, I got in like a really solid rhythm last time, so give me a couple minutes. Turns. Double checking will be required so I don't mess anything up. Cool. One down without messing anything up. Nothing weird about that one. Perfect. Ooh. Oh. Bad. Hopefully there was nothing incriminating in that. Me pressing wrong hotkeys. What was I just doing? Mind completely gone because of that. Oh, I was thinking about, copy and pasting stuff. I wasn't copy and pasting stuff before, so I didn't, because it's harder for me to make a mistake if I'm like looking at what I'm typing. But I feel like if I could copy, well, because I need to copy and paste the names too. If I copy and paste this bit, that might save me time. Just means we have to manually type out the spell name, but that's not really a big deal. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I still have to type out this stuff manually to change it. Just saves me a little bit of bolding. Oh no, and immediately I get to the longest fucking spell name on the list. Scamper's Bouncing Sphere of Destruction. Cool spell. I feel like there was another candidate last time for longest spell name. Don't remember. Oh, protection from normal weapons, I think. I had completely forgotten about Scamper's Bouncing Sphere of Destruction. Scamper's Bouncing Sphere of Destruction is definitely longer. That's gotta be it. Kind of an overwrought spell, honestly. Like a little complicated, but cool in theory. Basically, you just throw a magical bouncy ball that hits people. That's the TLDR. Unfortunately, the spell description has to be like 3 paragraphs more complicated than that. And Scything Disc of Nog, by contrast, is like Scamper's Bouncing Sphere of Destruction, but it actually sounds threatening. Cool. Ooh, shield. Classic spell. Ooh, okay. This is one of the things I need to standardize, because I have range 0 feet here. What I'm trying to say is like self. Is that what I ended up saying for these? As opposed to touch. I'm just looking for another example, because I know I did this. Yeah, it's self. Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. That is correct. Ugh, coatic. Ugh. Hate typos. Alright. Now this one has a weird duration because it is permanent. I wonder if that is what I mean by that. Let me reread ooh, I can't say that word. Let me reread the spell. Simulacrum. This is, I mean, I know what spell this is. This is like the snowman, Frosty the Snowman spell. But let's read the real description. Creates a pseudo duplicate, snow or ice form. Give it some voodoo doll thing. Duplicate has a faulty memory. Okay. I don't know if permanent is the right wording here. It's more like it depends how long it lives. I guess, no, I think unlimited is what I was saying for these. I think that's accurate. Because it's not limited by... Yeah, the duration does not limit how long it lasts. It's just the health of the snowman simulacrum. Hey, I think I said that right. So I think unlimited is right. Cool. Sleep is so useful. IRL, but also in this game. Most RPGs. Cool, that looks right. I think, let me just look how I was formatting this. I think it was like that, but I just want to double check everything. Yeah, cool. Before I commit. I mostly remember what I was doing. How does slow work in my system again? Okay. That's about what I would expect. I don't remember how long... I assume it has the same duration as haste. I'm just kind of curious. No, the haste duration is much more rigid. Huh. That's probably fine. Trying to resist from looking too critically at balance. It's hard. Good. Anyone play any good tabletop games recently? Part of any good campaigns? I might be playing one-shots in a couple weeks, potentially, so I'm open for ideas. Nah, this copy pasting was a good idea. Most of the spells we've been passing have been pretty normal. I just speak with animals, speak with plants is funny because it's kind of a battle how many speak with spells you need. You don't want them to be so specific that they're useless, at least I don't. But you also don't want them to be so all-encompassing that it's like meaningless. So I kind of settled on speak with animals, speak with plants. Other options are like, you know, speak with monsters, speak with rocks. I think Lamentations of the Flame Princess has like speak with animals and like speak with fish or aquatic animals. But I thought that was kind of silly. Okay, and I just said that all of these spells have been standard. Meanwhile, the coolest fucking spell in the game right here. Maybe not, but definitely a top 5. Any spell that is listed as fun, wacky is like a top 5 spell contender for sure. Just reading for fun. You love to see a d20 table in the spell, truly. I should just do a find and replace for like the capital T turns and make it lowercase t turns. I'm gonna put that on my to-do list. I do not think the excessive capitalization is super necessary. Oh, now we're at suggestion. 86, huh? Okay, we are zooming again. Oh, okay. This has weird stuff again. Suggestion. I feel like, yeah, this is tied to other spells. Oh, hello, Stream Elements bot jump scaring me out of the corner of my eye. I lost my train of thought. This is tied to other spells. It has a weird duration and range. I want to see what I put for the other ones. What were the other spells, though? If I scroll, I can find them. I've probably scrolled past them. This message should be one of them, I think. Okay, for that I have duration instant. Okay, let me go back. Let me just read the spell and we can figure it out. Okay. Because I feel like this range is also not great. But let's just write what we have, then we'll read the spell and we'll figure out what it needs to be. Okay, suggestion. Can be cast in an area for half the range, and everyone in the group gets a plus to save versus chaos. Suggestion can be cast during conversation. After the spell is cast, and if the target fails a saving throw versus chaos, the caster can implant a suggestion in the mind of one listener. The suggestion will lie buried in the victim's mind until a trigger event, until set by the caster, occurs. Then the victim will carry out the suggested action. A more subtle suggestion will instead affect the victim's attitudes. However, every time the victim behaves in a manner contrary to the regular nature, they receive an additional saving throw versus chaos. The suggestion itself must be worded reasonably. A victim of a suggestion spell does not detect as being cursed or magical. Okay. So I think until trigger, I think based on the wording that we were using before, instead of permanent, it would be more consistent to say unlimited. How long the spell lasts is not limited by time, so therefore its duration is unlimited. I think that's fair. Range is weird. What am I trying to say? With range 0 plus 5n feet, what I'm saying is like touch or stealth at no, 5 feet at level 1 because n is 1. So it's like basically touch at level 1. If the minimum of n is 1, why are we doing 0 plus here? Unless it's supposed to be like... Just make it 5n and be happy, I think. Though, can be cast in an area for half the range is really like, that's not a ton. Because like at n equals 2, which is like levels 3 and 4, you could cast it on a group within 5 feet of you, which is not great. We We could maybe buff suggestion a little bit. What's 10 plus 5n look like? 15 feet at level 1. It's not crazy. And then inner range of 7.5 feet for level 1 and 2. I would want a group of friends all within 5 feet of me, let alone enemies. That's fair. I mean, 5 feet is touch range, and I do also try and keep people out of touch range of me. So, yeah. But if you are trying to magically influence them, it might be, you know, to your strategic advantage to be within 5 feet of someone, as painful as it is. You understand. Also, hi Wisteria, thanks for showing up. At levels 3 and 4, that's a 20-foot single target range and a 10-foot group range, which is good. That's normal. That's fine. I like that. Summon! Ugh! Okay, before I go on my bit about summon, how are you? How are you doing, Wisteria? You can see summon has its own highlighted, underlined entry on my to-do list. Doing fine, participated in the Warframe economy today. Happy for you, congrats. Mostly just chilling, that's good. We love to be chilling. That's what we're doing right now, actually. I mean, also sort of working on a table, but mostly chilling. I'm glad. I'm not gonna touch summon. It's fine. I think I've probably talked to you about it before. But yeah, summon is this really complicated spell that I'm gonna have to rewrite at some point if I don't want to copy and paste from the source material, which I don't really. So we're just gonna. I need to use my other hand so you guys can see my hand gestures. We're just gonna leave that and move on. I was also chilling. What did I do today? Oh, I was playing RPGs earlier, if you could believe it. And it was actually this very RPG that I was playing. It was a good time. We successfully conducted diplomacy with some orcs, which was nice. That was about it, really. Talked about how we were going to do that for a while. And later today, more RPGs. Okay, duration permanent until triggered. I don't think that's what we want anymore. We want to use our new wording. I suspect that we want this duration to be unlimited, because the duration is not limited by time. I don't think we even have to reread the spell or discuss it. I think that's pretty clear. And the range is touch, that's fine. Symbol crazy spell. Probably a little bit OP, but it's fine. Huge fan of diplomacy. Orcs. Yep. I agree. Good stuff. Um, Especially when you're playing a high lethality game, it kind of pays to be diplomatic and not get into fights if you can avoid it. Talked about doing that? Yes. Yes. Much to my chagrin sometimes. I don't know. On the one hand, the fun part of RPGs is talking with your friends. On the other hand, sometimes talking in circles lasts a little too long. Well, there is a fine balance to be struck for sure. Stream elements bot again? I should make that less frequent. Let me know, Wisteria, if I can answer any questions about, the system or anything in general. I'm looking for an opportunity to talk, but that's also fine if you know, don't have anything. I'm just soliciting engagement. Thermid's Prolonged Bombardment is such a funny spell. Summon Big Fist over guy to punch him. Good spell. Time Stop is a cool spell. I feel like I should say something about it, but I don't really have a lot to say. Other than, would it be cringe for me to have a soundboard so I could do a Zawurudo sound effect? Probably, yes. What do I mean by duration variable? No, that would simply be way too cool. Okay, no, you're right. I mean, you're right, obviously. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Surely it can't be that hard. What do I mean by duration variable on Transmute Rock to Mud? The spell turns 100 N cubic feet of rock into mud for ND4 days. The duration isn't variable, the duration is ND4 days. Oh, I have not been doing that. Do I even want that? I don't know. I guess we'll see what it looks like after I remove all the columns. Oh shit, I've totally been neglecting the channeling concentration fucking portions of the spells. I have been... Damn, I knew this was going too smoothly. Okay. Let me go back and double check all those. Should only take a second. Believe the first one is concentration. It's these two yes-no columns here, which are very hard to read. Probably more spells need to be concentration. Ah, shit, did I get it backwards? Shit, the first one is channeling and the second one's concentration. Damn! If only the person who wrote this was here to tell me what the right thing to do was. It's too bad I don't know anyone like that. Yeah, I should do a check at some point how many concentration spells I have, because I feel like it's not very many, and there should probably be more. Not that it overly matters, but it would be nice if it were a little more relevant, but I just like that because I like people miscasting, because the miscasts in the system are really cool, but players don't like miscasting that much, so maybe it's fine. What do I mean by range 0 feet here? I spell summons an unseen servant. An unseen servant is an invisible monolith. It's just summoning an unseen servant. I feel like 0 feet is a little misleading. I think just making it 5 feet is fine and the same. Or actually, if we're gonna say 5 feet, just say touch. Hey, unstable clone. This is a cool spell. I've been thinking about looking into adding a widget that does something with top chatters, like keeps track of who the top chatter is, in the same way that I have like the, because like I set up like I'm pointing at my monitor that has OBS on it, which is silly because you can't really see that. Because I've got like the current fave also ran thing, which was like really easy to set up in like Stream Elements or whatever, because they've got built-in support for that. I think it would be cool to have a top chatter type leaderboard thing, because of course I know you complained that you weren't the current fave, which is reasonable, because if you're chatting the most, you are the current fave. So I think I would just have to like make that myself, maybe. I sort of looked for it briefly, but it seems like most of the elements like that are for like, you know, follows and subscriptions and stuff. Because some Twitch streamers have people watching them. Shocking. I feel like doing more stuff with chat messages would be cool, and it's also like primarily what I have to work with. Don't know what that's like. Hey, that's not true. Aren't you some kind of big deal Twitch affiliate? Aren't you kind of a big deal these days? Oh, that's right. I forgot I was famous. Yeah, I mean, it comes so naturally to you. Like, you just, you wear it on you like clothing. Like, I imagine it's easy to forget that it's, like, even a thing. But it is. It's real. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, that's something I wanted to do. I think would be cool to do. So I should look into that more, but I'm not being lazy or whatever I'm feeling these days. Let me read this spell so I can make sure that it is actually range self. I'm not just making that up. I think it is. Oh. This is a cool spell. This is like a bunch of cleric spells where you can ask gods, like, ask your god, like, a yes or no question. Or, like, peer into the cosmos. It's like that, basically. Ooh, this table is fucked. I think the table is accurate, though. Oh, I gotta make these tables more standardized. That's not great. Okay. I don't know if I really want to make a decision on that right now. Because I don't know the best way to handle this, really. I think, like, making an actual subtable might be good. But, yeah. It depends on how it looks. Let me get through this and get to deleting these columns, and I can come back to that. I think it's serviceable for now. Let me make it like this. I like this better. Oh. Continue playing music. I just press save like I'm working in a fucking Word document. Mm-hmm. Hey, spell 100. That's crazy. That's crazy, he says in a completely deadpan voice. Is it 108? 107! I keep thinking it's 108. Damn. Okay, we're almost at the end of this list. That's exciting. I'm so excited to delete all these columns. That's a pretty normal thing to be excited about, I think. N hours. Duration N hours. Is there a reason to put it in hours instead of turns? I don't know. Like, I guess you use hours and days. I guess if it's easier, use hours. That's fine. I feel like N hours is probably easier to read than 6N turns. But I'm not always the best at determining what is easiest for other people to read, so... It's like, as this RPG has proven. How does the spell scale? Because it doesn't scale in duration or range. I think with damage. Oh, the length of the wall scales. Scales and damage, save for half. Cool. A large volume of goo to shoot forth. Good spell. Weird Vortex is another excellent spell. I feel like I could at least remove the spacing between the numbers. I like how this looks better in Strange Waters. These are such a pain to format, though. I feel like maybe subtitles is the way to go here. I don't know. Again, we'll come back to it. I shouldn't obsess over it right now. Weird Vortex is definitely a duration variable. Cool. William's Finger Ricker, another very funny spell. The target of this spell must have no more than N hit die, and fingers. Looks good. Ooh, we're so close, we're so close. Yeah, like this table looks alright. Alright, spell 107, Wizard Eye. And this is one like Unseen Servant, which I think the range should just be touched. That's clearer than 0 feet. Nice, we did it. Okay. We are at the satisfying moment. Ooh, almost. Okay, yeah, I started checking too fast. We're at the satisfying moment where we're going to be able to delete all of these left columns, which is great. Before we do that, I want to double check this stuff and make sure I copied it over correctly, because once I delete the columns, I'm not going to have a second chance. Yeah, and the first thing I'm doing is just checking that concentration and channeled, because I was almost certain that I forgot those again, and I did. Wall of Whirling Blades, Wall of Fire. I think that's all of them, maybe. Okay. We probably should just check quickly all of the things to make sure they match to be thorough. So, that's fun. It's good. 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 Good, good. And if I miss it after double checking it while I'm doing it and going over it when I'm done, I deserve to have messed it up. Bounds, range, ethereal. Touch symbol, chaotic. Whatever this says, I didn't even read it. Alright, and I buff suggestion. Natural variable 5N. Instant 20 feet polymorphing. We're looking good so far. Besides those channel concentration things I missed, I haven't seen any mistakes yet. Oh, that's where I started. Today. It is painful to stop and double check when we are so close, but it's probably worth it. Feet, polymorphing. Oh. That's an error. Orbiting spike should be ethereal. Ha! Worth? Question mark? Wait, also this spell isn't concentration. Why is it marked as concentration? Oh, I probably Right. I remember saying this should be concentration, and then I made it such. So that's why. Right. Channeling, concentration. Yep. Turns. Yep. I don't think this is an intentional change. So I think that's a mistake. It's kind of hard to tell as I go far back. Far back, as if I didn't do this stream last week. Almost there. That's such a weird duration and range, but it's fine. Oh. This is the wrong word. This should be unlimited. That's what I ended up deciding on, so that's what we're going with. I think this was a conscious change. That's what you like to hear. Oh, this was a permanent until... Oh, okay. This was permanent until triggered. And I put variable here. But I think unlimited is a better word for the duration. Just making sure I didn't miss any concentration channel. There haven't been any in a while. Okay, yeah, looks good. Almost there. Oh, I didn't do dig straight up. Huh. Now that's an error. Something must have happened. I must have gotten briefly distracted. While I was scrolling through pages. Cool, that's a good catch. Oh, demand was the spell I was thinking of when I was doing suggestion. I never found it. Okay, yeah, and I think this is better as unlimited. Okay, and this should also be unlimited. I must have... Okay, yeah, I switched between indefinite and unlimited at some point, and I didn't notice. Very cool of me. I like unlimited better. gonna assume this is right, because this is a mess. Bone Fist, cool spell. I'm not sure if duration variable is right for bestow spell ability. I'm just rereading it. I think that should be unlimited actually, because it's not restricted by time. It's not like until the next day. Okay. Okay, I'm happy. So I think this is terrifying actually. So I think we can now delete all of these columns. Wait, okay, actually hold on. Let's do some fun. Make sure you're watching this, all viewers, because this is going to be satisfying. Or funny if I fuck it up. Let's see how many pages the spell list is now, because I'm expecting it'll become a lot shorter. Okay, so we start on page 69. This is purely out of interest. Currently the spell list goes from, oh, I passed the end, page 69 to page 96. How many pages is that? Taking out the phone calculator. 96 minus 69. Currently a 27-page spell list, which we love. We love that. But let's see. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Alright. 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 Oh, it's gonna struggle with that. Oh no. Oh! Okay, let's make this big. Ooh, that looks so weird. Okay, now we start on page 69. This is... I should probably add margins back, now that they're not as desperately needed. Okay, it's still long. Okay, it goes from page 69 to 88. Which is... Hold on, I'm going to type the first one in my chat so I remember. "19 pages. Damn, we've reduced the size by like a third. That's pretty good. I could fuck with margins later. But this is something. Okay, cool. Crazy. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to do was... I wanted there to be a list, a separate numbered list of just the spell names. I should probably do that now. It actually probably would have been easier to do if I copied that column. So hold on. I'm sure this Google Doc will love if I undo that 8-column delete. Can I copy this whole column? Like just the text of the whole column? Can I select the whole column? In like a normal way? Not really. Odds that this works are low. Copy. Surely that will be normal. Okay, and then what? Redo? Does that work? I don't remember if it's Control Y or Control Shift Z in here. But okay, I pressed Control Y and the document froze, so that was a good sign. Okay, so now if we paste without formatting, oh baby, look at that. And then we just hit that numbered list button. Okay, and this should be in multiple columns. This should be not. Can you do that here? Okay, I can fuck with it later. It's not that important right now. But yeah, this should be like at least 2 or 3 columns. Probably 3. You could fit 3 of these. I don't know how to do that with a list in a Google Doc immediately. But we'll come back to that. Okay, cool. Anyway. So, the good thing is that the next spell list is damage spells. This is just a subtable of certain spells on the core spell list. So this is easy because we can just copy and paste the entries from the other spell list. Oh, hold on. You know what? Sorry. These should probably also have like a numbered column, but I don't want to deal with that right now. I'd have to look at some other reference material. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so I could probably just replace these one at a time. And that would probably be fine. Before I go too far, do I want a numbered column on these? Because I kind of wanted to separate out the numbers so that it would be easier to like move spells around without having to like reorganize the table. And also so there is an easier way to like roll on the spell list, which is what the numbers are for. I don't think there really actually needs to be a number column on the normal spell list because they're already alphabetical, and you can see where they are in the numbered list and then like go to that spot. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Copy paste time. Anyway, sorry, I was focused really intensely on just deleting those columns. Hopefully that was interesting. Or something, I don't know. Bone fists. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to copy paste for the Necromancer list, which I mentioned before, because there are some differences. That's okay. This might be of interest to you if you're still around Wisteria. I watched the second episode of Solo Leveling today. And it was cool. I continue to not know a lot about the series, but interested because I've heard good things. The ending made me kind of nervous. I liked the episode up until the very end. The ending made me kind of nervous that it was going to become like a hard-to-watch power fantasy show. Everything else was good, though. What am I copying and pasting? I am autopiloting for real, for real. Gotta remember that I renamed that spell. Nah. Is there a select all in cell shortcut? That would be so convenient. I don't know if there is. many spells are on this list anyway? Okay, only 22. The copy-paste game is slower than I would like, but I can't really complain. I'm just copying and pasting. What? I'm on the Necromancer spell list. Don't be there. Ugh. Yeah, the only real danger is that I just paste into the wrong spell list, but that's kind of unlikely. Oh. Oh, do we have a whole gameplay example here? Oh, this is in the... Okay, yep, this is in the creating magical items section that I need to work on next. Shout out to Magic Missile for being my example spell. More than halfway there. We're so making it. Oh. Nice. Psychic. Scream. Nope. How did it jump from 1 to 3? What did I do wrong? Surely searching symbol in this document won't return a million results, only some of which are relevant. Damn. Let me do a longer string so that I get the other text I want. Hey, there we go. I feel like this list got truncated. I feel like there should be more than symbol of conflict and symbol of death. Oh? What the hell? What happened here? How, you can... What? Like, you can see that... What the fuck? Why would it split up the boxes like that? What? Do you see this? Why is it splitting up the cells such that symbol starts here? These are the first two symbols, symbol of conflict and symbol of death. And then it starts telekinesis. And then the page break happens and it goes back to symbol. And then it goes back to telekinesis. What? And like you can see that these two white boxes are connected. They're the same cell. And these are the same cell. What happened, bro? Oh. That's the kind of thing I can't worry about. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'll come back when I'm touching up this table. Okay, anyway. I was afraid it got lost, though. At least it didn't get lost. It's just being weird and bad. Maybe the fucking cells are just fucked there. Because, like, I'm looking at this, and, like, I actually don't even know. It should be, like, alternate shading, right? Like, the Necromancer spell list looks fine. But it's all fucked up on the... Oh, it's completely fucked up on the damage spells list, actually. Maybe it's because I was copying and pasting these. That's probably it. Okay, I'll just have to reapply that, I guess. Anyway. Thunderclap. Almost done. Okay. Cool. Did I already get all the names for the list? I don't remember. I did not. Oh, don't do whatever you just did. Oh, that was bad. Google Docs are a scary thing. Okay. Copy. Good. Let's get this done first. Paste that formatting. Nice. And it's so easy. And now we can do... delete 8 columns. And it's truly that easy. Oh, nice. That copying and pasting was kind of suffering for some reason. Much more suffering than the normal reformatting spells. I don't know why, but, you know, that's tables sometimes for you, baby. Okay, cool. So that's good. That's the core magic user spell list and the damage spells sub table thing. And what we have left are only the necromancer spells, of which there are less. There's like 90. And cleric spells, of which there are like 60. So that's not that bad. Okay, we've only been going for like an hour and a half, so I think we should try and keep trucking on, making some progress at least on necro spells, if not the whole thing. Probably not the whole thing. Yeah, cool. Alright, I think this is a good time for me to take a quick break, recover my mental, as it were. So I'm gonna go to pause for just a second, and then I will come back and we will do necro spells. Cool. Thanks for watching so far. I'll be back in a second. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back to whatever's going on here. Table editing, I think? Yeah. Anyway, that last bit turned my brain to mush a little bit too much copying and pasting for me. But that's okay. We're going to keep going on the Necromancer spells. Before we do that, I'm going to look up to see if I can make numbered lists multi-column in Google Docs easily. So I'm going to look that up in another tab. While I do that, I'm gonna leave up Necromancer here. And you can read, oh, it's kind of long, isn't it? And you can read most of it if you want. I'm just gonna look this up real quick. Can you make numbered lists multi-column in Google Docs? You can manually add bullets, or you can create one long list of bullets and then use the column feature in Docs to put them in 2 columns. The column feature. Can I have more information on that? Right, or you can add a table with invisible borders, which I kind of want to... I don't like what that does to the margins. Okay, let's see what we can do with format columns. Format columns. Is this going to make the whole document 2 columns? Will it know what I'm talking about if I just select? Oh. It just goes. If you slip... God, I went all the way down to the bottom of that table. Don't do that. Okay. Surely this will not fuck up the whole document. Okay, that's good. Did it fuck up all my other text? No? It didn't? Wait, that's crazy? Hold on. Damn, something in Google Docs worked like I'd expected and didn't fuck up the entire document when I tried to do it. That's crazy. Wow. Can we do 3 columns, baby? Getting crazy. Okay, cool, and we can... Okay, I don't think we need lines between columns. We max out at 3 columns, so that's, you know... Oh! Oh, it all fits on one page! Oh! This is the most beautiful thing I've seen today. Like, no joke. Oh, that's good. That's good shit right there. That's beautiful, honestly. Wow. Damn. That makes me happy. Cool. Making this 3 tricolumnar is probably overkill, but that's fine. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay. Necromancer spells. So necromancers, there's just one thing that we need to consider differently, which is that all necromancer spells have components. This bit. Because they're component casters. And in my example, I have a necromancer spell for this reason. So I just have it after the school. Oh, in my example I actually have, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So, or before duration, I guess. So that's fine. So, I'm not going to have a reference or a copy paste, so let's see if I remember how to do this. So it's name, and then school, and then components. Ugh. What did I just do? Oh, I think I pressed Control C. Please don't do that. I'm gonna copy paste something innocuous. Okay, or copy something innocuous on my clipboard. Okay. Christ. Right, I was probably trying to type components after pressing Control B. How did I make that look? Okay. Yeah. Components. Duration. Range. Probably something like that. Okay. The spell's duration is end turns. That seems reasonable. The range is touch. That also seems reasonable. And the components are this. And paste without formatting is what I meant to say there. Okay. That doesn't look as good because the components are so long, but it'll be better once the left columns are deleted and it'll take up like a single line or whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Cool. So now we'll copy this, and the other ones will go faster. Yeah, this will be a little slower because we're going to have to copy paste the fucking components as well, but let's... What's your guys' favorite class in a TTRPG that you have played? Because I'm thinking about Necromancer. Necromancer is cool. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna do that so much. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be a little annoying. My favorite class in this game is probably... I don't know. I feel like it's gotta be one of the magic classes, because I really love the spell system. I don't know. Hard for me to pick, since I've written the classes. They're all good. I genuinely believe that. So I don't know. From this system, what my favorite class is. From other systems with classes, the classes in Heart, the companion system to Spire, are all really cool and creative. But those are all like sort of non-standard classes. Oh no, okay. Oh, my copy paste thing isn't gonna work because I'm gonna have to copy paste the components. Okay. I should be able to paste this with, okay, because I didn't select the whole cell. Big brain. Progress has slowed to a crawl. Thank you, Necromancers, and your cool component system. Cause Necromancer, very good, thank you. I don't know why doing this is, like, fine, but, the copy pasting, like, drained my mental. What is up with that? Components, Bell, good one. It was so fucking hard to come up with all these components. It was not easy to come up with, like, 90 different unique, somewhat unique combinations of components that made sense for the spell and also were, like, reasonably balanced to be, like, not that hard to get or kind of hard to get depending on what we were trying to do. Not easy. Too many options. You can only say bone so many times, you know. Oh, I'm not even looking. I didn't even change the duration range on this last one because I was making sure I was copying and pasting everything correctly. Oh, I didn't do that on the previous one either. Yikes. Jeez. Okay. We're doing it. We are doing it. Excited to ever check this spell list. Intense focus so I don't mess this up. Okay, I should probably... I'm actually looking at what I'm typing now. There's a lot of 1 plus n over 2. I should probably make that... I like 0.5n better than n over 2. I think that's easier to read. I just need to add a round up. I'm not gonna read through this spell right now. There's a lot of N's in here though. Also inconsistent spelling of strength abbreviation or capitalization, I guess. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just doing the table. No. I was just complaining how hard it was to come up with good, unique components, and then we have two skeletal hands right next to each other. That does not make me look good. You can't use bone for all of them, but you can use bone for a lot of them. All I'm saying is you try to come up with 90 different component sets. I don't even have to change that. Look at that, I'm planning ahead. Okay, and this one is concentration, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah. Oh, that's not bold. Okay. I think I should be able to copy paste cloud like most of these, like cloud kill. And I probably should in case I edited like wording and stuff. And I probably did. I mean, I don't think I did for cloud kill, but for some of the spells, I definitely tweaked it a little tiny bit. So just to be safe, I think I can just copy paste cloud kill. I don't think anything about here is necromancer specific or would be different for necromancer, so it's fine. And then I'll just add in the components after. Okay, and I don't even think I did change anything, but just to be safe. Yeah, and then we just add components. See, I think that should be yeah, okay, I've been capitalizing it. Fangs of a venomous snake. Cool. And I didn't edit this. Oh, I'm so much more likely to make mistakes on this list. That's not great. Okay, like, in comprehend languages should be on... It should be on my other spell list. I should probably just copy paste for the ones that I know are on both lists. Comprehend languages is definitely on the normal magic user list. Cool. Ooh. Tongue. Cannot type that. Conquer worm. Cool spell alert. This spell makes you summon chaos worms and then you throw them at people. Which is funny. And the worms can kill them instantly, which is very funny. Good spell. I haven't really talked about any of the spells yet because I've been so worried about doing the formatting correctly, but the Necromancer spell list is kind of fire. Conquer Worm, I think, is the first truly great spell on the list that we've passed so far. These are all pretty normal. Babble's cool. I like Babble. And Chill Touch is kind of cool, and Choke is really cool. It's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. Not that I would be biased to believe that. I feel like this has a lot of concentration spells. Hmm. How is Contact Spirit polymorphing and not ethereal? What is my thought process here? Surely contacting a spirit is literally ethereal. Range 5 feet should just be range touch. Let me read the spell and see if I have like a good thing or if I'm just talking out my ass with that. Trace a connection to the former occupant. The spirit that once inhabited the body communicates with a faint voice. This definitely should be ethereal. There's really no reason for this to be polymorphing, I don't think. Shocking change here. Corpse Visage is a freaky spell. Visage. Ooh. Did not mean to paste without formatting. This is polymorphing. This is a very topical playlist. Or this song, at this moment of this song is very topical to this. Really, if I were smart, I would be doing topical playlists, like by spell list, but that sounds like a lot of work. Play my damage spell playlist for like 30 minutes. A good idea. Sorry, what am I doing? Okay, cool. Corpse Visage looks good. Let's keep moving. I'm at least not messing up as badly as I was when I started doing this, so I'm learning. I don't remember what Great Necromantic Familiar does exactly. Like, obviously I get the vibes of what it does, but I don't remember the details. Ooh, also, this is a duration variable. Should this be a duration unlimited? Probably. did get range touch right on this one. Let's read this one for fun. Through sinister art, an animal corpse or skeleton of up to N hit die may be infused with spiritual energy to create an undead familiar. This creature will be animated with its typical stat block, with the addition of the effects of being undead, and with half of its normal HP. The necromancer may only command one of these necromantic familiars at a time. The necromancer and the creature share a spiritual connection. By focusing, a necromancer may see through the eyes of their familiar and issue simple commands. After each day, the creature's connection to its well of spiritual energy weakens, good sentence, and its max HP decreases by 1. The creature does not normally regenerate health and persists until brought to 0 HP. Huh. So I guess the duration... this spell is limited by time. Technically, the duration is like half hit die of reanimated creature days. Typing that out seems a little... Well, let's see how we feel about it. Well, half hit dot. I'm just gonna go with variable. I think that's easier. They should read the spell if they want to know. Because it's like... Because like a hit die would be... A hit die is a d8, so it's 4.5 HP. So half of that would be 2.25 HP. So the duration is like 2.25 times hit die of the reanimated creature rounded to the nearest whatever. So we'll just say variable. I probably just said that wrong too. My mind is probably just nowhere. He's not cooking. He is just formatting a table. I got into the curses. The curses are cool. There's only a couple of them, but they're cool. I really can't believe more people don't play necromancers in my campaign using this system. They're such a fucking cool class. How can you look at a spell that has a component which is 3 fingers from a friend of the target and not be like, damn, that's cool as hell? The answer is because people don't read the spell list ahead of time. But I'm just saying, more people should play necromancers. There's no text here. I know what it should say based on the color, but there is no text there. excited for Smite 2. If you are watching, you might know I am I am a big Smite fan. And I am actually very excited for Smite 2. I've played a lot of Smite 1. Worlds is actually happening like now? Or maybe it's over by now? I watched the first game, and it honestly was not super exciting. Because both teams were just playing extremely safe, and which is fair, because they're playing for like the World Championship, but it was not super exciting to watch. So hopefully the next game's picked up. And we are out of the curses. Ooh, cool spell coming up. Actually, this spell is cool. Also. Ugh. This is also technically a curse. I think it just uses the other curses. Curse Vow is a really cool spell because... Oh, you get to choose your curse. Cool. Yeah, you make a promise with someone and you agree on a curse for the first person to break the promise. And the first person to break the promise gets the curse. Really good spell, I think. Dance Macabre is a good spell also. Not in the same way. Dance Macabre is mostly funny. Because you basically trap people in a circle and they start dancing themselves to death while you play music outside. Which is an excellent spell concept, I think. It's not an easy spell to balance, but I think I did an okay job after like 4 passes. Though I don't think anyone has used it in a game. So, you know, we'll see. This one is channeled. And that's spell 20, baby. Let's take this opportunity to glance at how many spells we have. I'm pretty sure it's 90. Yep, it's 90. Cool. Okay, so we're almost a quarter of the way done. Going through tables is all about coping mechanisms. Cool. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably keep going for like another 40 or 50 minutes or something. However long I can handle it. Ooh. Should correct that. That should be m+1 rounds, not m+1 nothing. Oh, you know what? Darkness is totally on the normal magic user spell list, but that's fine. I'm already almost done copying this. Death Gios, you know this one's a banger. I mean, this is just Gios, basically, which is make someone go on a quest. And if they don't, it kills them slowly. And if they die, they come back as an undead. So that's cool. Good spell. Also, I was proud of the components for that one. All the chains. I know. Because you're binding them. Thank you, thank you. I think this deserves a duration variable. Is it a duration variable? What is the duration of the Gios? Have you ever seen the Heart Spell Last Train? I have seen the Heart Spell Last Train. That's the... Or is that the Zenith beat? I think? Where the train comes. Yes, I have. Yeah, that spell rocks. You a heart player? I am also a heart player. Good system. Made me lose my train of thought. I'm just doing a table. That's okay. That class from Heart is really cool. It's not the one that I chose to play, because I chose to play Witch, which I thought was a really cool class. But, oh, fuck, I don't remember the name. Train Guy was my second choice. I don't remember the name because I'm not playing it. Vermisian Knight? Yeah, thanks. think my third choice was like the I don't remember any of their names. The they're like law guys. They like pass on their badges to each other. I really liked the lore of that. I thought that was cool. All of the classes in Heart rock. They're so creative. Even the tax collector is fun. Yes. Was not one of my top 3 choices, but was a good looking class. Unfortunately, the classes I have in this system are not, you know, that wacky. I kind of wish they were, but since it's supposed to be somewhat based on classic D&D, I can't quite do that. I do got Blue Mage in here though. That's cool. Inheritor, Goblin, some pretty good stuff. Muscle Wizard. I do my best to bring the wacky to any system I'm working on. You could pull an Unearthed Arcana Mystic if you want a D&D wacky. Yeah, I'm doing my best to bring it here. I'm actually not super familiar with I'm not super familiar with 5e stuff. Because I'm kind of a little bit of an RPG hipster. I should learn more about 5e. So I'm not super familiar with UA Mystic was my point there. Is this first column channeled or it's channeled, okay. So what's up with UA Mystic? I'm open to stealing good ideas from 5e. I should be copying and pasting this, that's fine. It was super overpowered early, but falls off after level 6 or 7 if I recall. Basically, it allows you to allocate side points to unlock super strong passives and actives. That sounds cool. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I don't have any, like, psi power classes in this system. Um, that's a good archetype for sure. Though, oh god, that I don't know how I'd do spells for that. Um, the thought of I don't want to write another spell list. You had like 1270 points and the psi powers weren't mind based. What are they based on then? Because to me, psi power is well, I mean, I don't know exactly what you mean because like I don't know. To me, psi power is like telekinesis, right? It was like proficiency, strength, full mob psycho style. Okay, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'll have to read that class. Ooh, okay. Yeah, psi class is a cool idea. I had another idea for if I were to add another class to this system, what it would be. Though right now it's kind of low on my list because I've got other things on my to-do list to do that are more like make the document readable. um, but Dancer was going to be my next class if I were going to add another class to this system. Um, just because there's only like one ranged class in the system right now, and it would be cool to have another one that's more like that approaches it from a different angle. Is it a crack shot or that blue mage you mentioned? No, so blue mage is, that's like Final Fantasy blue mage, where you like eat monsters and you take their powers basically. There's a whole text block here with details, but you know you don't have to read all that. That's the TLDR. Actually, I have a TLDR, kind of. These are additional classes, they're not as touched up. My range class is actually Halfling, which has some cool stuff. It kind of plays on like, actually Halflings are really cool, I like them. Um, it plays on like luck stuff for Halflings, obviously. Um, so they have like some luck-based ranged things for ricochets and stuff, which is cool. Um, they just get more attack bonus. Um, because they are small, they get bonuses for two-handed weapons to make it better, to make them as good as like the tall races. Um, and they also, this is inherited from what I like base this off of, which is Lamentations of the Flame Princess House Rule document by 10-Foot Polemic. But they have this monster taming thing. Anyway, so that's what they're sort of supposed to be, like rangers, is the idea. Um, anyway, yeah, that's the class. It's pretty cool. No one has played one in the game of this that I'm running, but I think they're a cool class. So yeah, more of a bow-focused class, but also with ranger pet stuff. Dancer would be more like, I wrote a draft of Dancer in here. Dancer, what did I do? It's supposed to be more of like a support range class, I think. It gets bonuses for firing into melee. And they can't hit their allies, which is something you can do normally. Oh yeah, and they're supposed to be a dual wield class, or that you can. And then, yeah, okay, this is the support thing. Is that they get bonuses to their crit fumble roll. Allies get bonuses to crit fumble rolls and morale rolls. This is very drafty, but that's sort of what I was thinking. So they're supposed to be more like supporty, and have like other stuff. The Another idea for a support range class. Have you read about the Artillerist Artificer? He can summon a cannon that can shoot or shield and creates cover. Yes, actually very recently, like 2 days ago, I read all of the Artificer subclasses, like in depth for like the first time. So you're coming on very topical. Yeah. Let me think about that. Yeah, I do like that. I did think Artillerist was cool. I liked like their just like having the cannon, especially when they could walk around, was dope. And creating cover is good. Part of me would want to, I think, because the first ranger class is already sort of like a pet class, I would kind of want to stay away from that, I think. But the idea of like creating cover is like a really cool thing that I'm actually going to add in here. Because I think that is like, if it's just like making like, say like a wall, this does not thematically fit with Dancer, but if it were just like making a wall, that takes the cool support part of making cover that I like from that without infringing on the pet class identity of Halfling. Ugh, sentences. Yeah, because I want to keep, there aren't subclasses in this system because it's like, again, like OSR classic D&D stuff. So like keeping the class identities like distinct, I think is good. But you're right, that is a good thing that I could take, and I should read that more artillerist more closely in that with that eye. Again, not super high on my priority list for this system, but one of the more fun things on my priority list. Because truly the fun part of making RPGs is actually, you know, making things and less like formatting tables. Unfortunately, what I find myself doing these days is more of the formatting tables variety. That's okay. Oh, just reminded me of the Geomancer of Stone Shard, not of TTRPG. He creates pillars that allow him to cast magic with or use it to block paths. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Stone Shard, which I assume is video game. But yeah, I definitely am familiar with that archetype in video games. Like, I don't play Genshin, but in Genshin, I think the Geo characters do that. Also, yeah, that's cool. Again, not really in theme with Dancer. More of a Geomancer thing. But you're right. Good ideas, good ideas. I appreciate that. Always love hearing other people's ideas for stuff. Do you make anything? Or have you made anything? Written anything? Art talk? Oh, this is another spell I could have copied and pasted, but it's fine. My focus is truly wavering on this, but I am doing my best. maggots fed corpse flesh. Not an edgy class at all. Ooh, 30. We made it to 30, baby. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it, but we did it. That is 1/3 of the Necromancer's spell list. We are going crazy. I cannot type, I cannot type, I cannot type. Embarrassing. All of the people that are closely watching and criticizing my typing. Did this get one font size bigger again? How did that happen? What did I press to make that happen? I still don't know. No, I didn't mean... There's gotta be... Like, again, there's no way I accidentally pressed Control-Shift, right? I'm not that bad at typing. Surely. Oh, it's font size 11 again. Okay. What are we doing here, folks? Okay. Does this duration variable... What do I mean by this? Let's read this dying words, because I do not remember what it does. The spell causes the dead remains of a person? Is that really necessary? I guess maybe I'm trying to clarify that it's not reanimated? The spell causes the remains of a person to speak. Uttering a short phrase of up to 10 N words is determined by the caster. Okay, right, this is the, this spell's in 5e, I think. While the spell is often used to put words into the mouths of a recently deceased cadaver, the remains to be affected may be of any age or condition, even a skull. Yeah. Wizard? Mouth? Something? I don't know. The affected remains may either be caused to speak blah 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 blah. Okay. So I think it should be unlimited, probably. Because it's not limited by time. Limited by a trigger condition. Keep going, music. Let's see if we can get to 40. Maybe 45. Because 45 would be, of course, halfway to 90. Coping mechanism. Which would be good progress. 40 would still be pretty good. See how I'm feeling at 40. Midlife crisis moment. Oh, I've probably made so many mistakes too. That's fine. I'll just double check it later. Four plus n minutes, huh? Is there a better way for me to write that? Is 40 plus 10n rounds a more intuitive way to write that? Not really. Or zero point 0.4 plus 0.1n turns? No, probably not. Ooh, credits. Credits would be a good thing to add to the stream. I've seen some Twitter clips of like credit bits that streamers do. Like if you listed all the names of the chatters, that would be pretty cool. Fast Zombie has got to be on the short list for dumbest spell name. No offense. Very silly spell name. Kind of a cracked spell though. Is it cracked? I don't remember what it does. Exactly. Okay. No, it's fine. I thought maybe it hasted them, which would be cracked. Okay, 60 plus 10n minutes, I don't know about. I think 6 plus n turns is probably a better way to say that. Mm-hmm. 35, let's go. Wings of a butterfly, 3 teeth. I'm zipping through these last ones because I want to be done. That's fine. We have once again made better progress than I could have hoped for. Someone's got to finish these tables. Or, I mean, they're done, but make them, you know, less awful to read. Okay, haste is one I can copy paste. Didn't want to break my rhythm, but cool song. I say haste so many times in the haste description. Ugh. Wings of a bird or bat. Haunting is a dumb spell. Just to make a poltergeist thing. The necromancer spells are allowed to be more like dumb and varied because they have like the component costs like balancing them, whereas the magic user spells are much more like very much like balanced to a standard. The necromancer spell list, it's like, yeah, you can have haunting. It's a kind of a nothing spell, but it's really easy to cast. And you could use it for silly things, scaring people. That's what's kind of fun about the necromancer spell list, is that the spells can sort of be all over the place. Not all over the place, but like, you know. Whereas on the magic user spell list, it's harder to have. It would be harder to have something like haunting and conquer worm because they're supposed to be like the same value. Hey, Impending Doom. Fucking awesome spell. And one that I can copy paste. Oh, look at all these components. Oh, that's 40. How am I feeling? Oh, I was feeling pretty low around like 37, 38, but then I started talking around 39. I started feeling better. So I think I could do the push to 45. Thank you for coming to my live journaling, psychology, making tables session. Oh, surely we could do it. None of these have been particularly difficult to do. Like, none of them have had, like, weird durations or anything. Which is nice, because there were a bunch on the magic user spell list like that I had to mess with. All of these have been pretty normal. minus the wacky components. Sons. And turning zoom is cool. Cool double use spell for digging up bodies and also burying people alive. Cool stuff. I'm not sure if the identity of the spell list is edgy explicitly. It might be. But it definitely is, which is wonderful for necromancers. Why would you play necromancer if you weren't super edgy? Oh, and this is channeled? I've got to check every fucking time. No, that's concentration. This is why we're doing the table differently. Invisibility is one that is on my other spell list, but I could see just glancing at it that the wording is different for necromancers, so I'm not going to copy paste it. And this range is touch, we changed it. Perfect. Last one, baby, last one! For this string. And Iron Skeleton, cool name. Five end minutes. I think 0.5 end turns is better here. Okay, hell yeah. Halfway through the Necromancer spell list, that's crazy. Oh, we did it, folks. Alright, music being paused. We did it. We've achieved our goal of making more progress. We didn't finish, but we did do a lot. We did like 100 spells roughly. It is pretty good. And next time we have roughly that many to do again, and then we'll be done because we just have the last half of Necromancer spells and Cleric spells. Anyway, uh, thank you very much if you came and watched today, and especially thank you to my chatters, uh, Wisteria and Artok. Appreciate that. Feel free to follow if you would like to talk in the future about more TTRPG stuff, because I hope to regularly be streaming me working on this very TTRPG. Um, yeah. Oh, I will probably be streaming tomorrow, question mark, probably, because it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I am not working, so that's cool. I'll When I stream tomorrow, though, I will probably be streaming the video game that I am playing, Control, and not more TTRPG stuff. So, if you want to see that, you should watch it. Um, and also follow so that you know when it is. Um, yeah, that's about it. I'll probably do another TTRPG stream next week. That's kind of my goal. So, if you enjoyed this table content, good news, more to come. And maybe after that, I'll even get to work on something slightly more interesting and design focused. Um, but yeah. In any case, thanks a lot for watching. It was fun, and I got a lot of work done, importantly. So yeah, I will.